the purpose, because it's all a desire to enjoy, right? Yes, it's the substance of the whole of creation. Even an atom, particles want to draw other particles, pull or push away. So even in the still and vegetative and animate and speaking, that's the substance, the basis of creation, right? A desire to enjoy every moment of its existence. So what is heaven and earth? What is the heaven? What is the earth? These are two forces you see in creation. There's a plus or a minus or a negative and positive. There's a giving force and a receiving force. The pulling one is the receiving, and the giving is the pushing. So the earth is the receiving, and the heaven is the giving. Those are the two forces in creation. The first two chapters in the book are very different. It's as if the writer got confused somehow, but I understand it's not the situation, because first of all he draws out the plan. Right, first there's the Torah, which he created to begin with. And the Creator's thought was, he gave the Torah, the general plan, and then says, okay, how do we work with it? I want to ask, when Adam was created, he was created in the image of God. He created them, man and woman, but he separated them. Oh, but it's not a human being like us. It talks about like a person like Shmuel Vilozhny in the flesh suddenly became a man. Yes, a person suddenly wakes up in the morning and then decides that what? So suddenly, yeah, you begin to feel that you have this expansion of knowledge. You want to know the purpose, the truth, why I'm living, how to obtain my purpose. This is the human degree. One who is asking, who am I, what am I, where am I, what's it all for? Because everything has a reason. So he placed man in the Garden of Eden. So we need to understand what is the Garden of Eden. What did he suddenly get a desire? Everything was perfect. When he was in the Garden of Eden, he had no deficiencies. So why did he eat the apple? That's the problem. Because of the woman. The woman is an inner force that awakened in him and didn't let him stay in the Garden of Eden. Being in the Garden of Eden means you have everything but knowing who you are, what you are for, why, understanding the creation. You're like a little animal. It's called an angel. An angel is like animals in our world. So the angels were jealous of him, and they said, what is this thing? They thought that man was the creator. They installed doubt in Adam. What? All the powers are within you. Just imagine, now that you are seated here, within you, all kinds of forces awaken, and this whole weekly portion is running in you. The woman, the Garden of Eden, is all inside of you. We're only talking about a person, an individual in whom everything happens. He gets up in the morning and begins to ask, why, what, where? That's the meaning of the woman awakening in him. Yes, it's an additional desire. And she tells him, why do you accept your situation? Is why are you going here, not there? Why do you bring in him? Why did you bring this, not that? Why? Yes, until today it's all the same. I want to ask this. We read this whole thing. We finished the whole cycle last year. Why do we need to repeat it? How is it relevant to today's life? Well, maybe next year you'll learn something more. Right, because you see something different every time according to your situation, and that additional situation called woman compels you to start asking why and what, and when you begin to do it, you activate your desires to receive, to know, to understand, to attain. And these desires drop you from the Garden of Eden to the ground. We haven't talked about the serpent. And I understand it's all inside of me. The serpent, the woman. If we didn't listen to the woman, this inner voice, you can't not listen. Right. You come home, your wife made your food. What are you going to tell her? No, I ate at home. Right? So it's inevitable. It's a predetermined script. No, but she was, her argument was correct. Because she basically said that by eating from the tree of knowledge, we will give the greatest contentment to the Creator. Yeah, but he said strictly you can eat anything. Yes, but compared to the fruit of the tree of knowledge, it's nothing. It's like a kid who you tell him don't eat, so he wants to eat. And there's also the serpent here. Right. So within man there are many types of desires which are called woman, serpent, and the fruit of the tree of knowledge. And the man who discovers these things within him and uses them, and as a result falls into this life. What are these concepts? The Garden of Eden, a woman, the fruit. What are these concepts as far as Kabbalah is concerned? The Garden of Eden is a person being in bestowal, giving. He is nothing of himself, like an angel. He walks about in heaven. Everything is beautiful around him. That's how he lives in this life, in our life, here and now. A woman is his inner desire that awakens, in addition, and tells him, you have to search for something more in life. So that desire doesn't settle for what you have, it wants more. It wants to understand, to know. But in order to understand and to know and attain, you need to work with the desire. Here in the desire, we have a problem. It can be an egoistic desire. I want to know, I want to understand and attain. So here you got a problem. Are you using this desire that awakened in you correctly or not? And in order to receive all the desires in you, to use every element in you, you need to be pushed to it. Let's put it this way. Look at people in the world. They go to work, they come back, they want a bottle of beer, maybe watch football, they go to sleep, and they start over the next day. That's no purpose. A purpose is for a person to develop a strong desire to know, why am I here? What for? Why have I come to the world? What do I get out of it? But that's usually as a result of a crisis, no? Well, regrettably, yes. But why shouldn't he awaken by himself? Meaning before you suffer, you wake up? Yes. But when that begins, then you begin to feel yourself in hell. Previously, life was quiet and beautiful. Right? Everything he was told, just keep the Garden of Eden and, just live your life. So where did this deficiency appear in a person? It's called that the Creator created a woman in him. In the first chapter, he created them as one, and then he separated them. So what? He didn't know that man was not good being alone. It wasn't good. Like the Creator knew in advance that this is what would happen. To be a man, you have to have someone pushing you forward all the time. And besides her, you also need the serpent. A personal question. My greatest fear is of snakes. Does that mean something? I know, if I know there's a snake over there, I'm out of here. I can't. But you like to look at them? No. As a kid, there was a book, an animal book, the page where they show the snake. I'd close it and I'd move it to the next page of the leopard. It's this inner fear. No, okay. Those are questions for the shrink. So what is a snake? The snake is the evil inclination. It's not just a desire, but a bad one.